Hey guys, Smitty here with Just Piddlin Barbecue. In today's video, we're going to do a tri-tip. It's going to be poached and a butter bath, and then reverse seared on the Traeger Pro 780. It turns out really good, so be sure to check out the whole video and stay tuned to the end, because I'm going to give a thank you card at the end to some of my subscribers. 2 weeks ago during a live stream, we did an impromptu fundraiser for a little girl that I teach at my elementary school who was involved in a boating accident. And in less than an hour, some of my subscribers raised over $1,400 for this little girl. And that was absolutely outstanding. And I just want to give a shout out to them. So stay tuned to the end of the video so that I can recognize those people. I really appreciate that. And I say all the time, I've got the best subscribers in YouTube. And I really believe that, and that's just one of many examples of that. So once again, thank you very much, and hope you enjoy the video. Thanks. All right, today I've got a black grade Wagyu tri-tip from Snake River Farms. And the marbling on this thing is fantastic. Come take a closer look at this tri-tip. It looks phenomenal. I did some minor trimming on it, but it didn't take a whole lot. And what we're going to do today is we're going to butter poach this at 225 degrees for a while until it gets to about 120 degrees internal temperature, and then we're going to reverse sear it. But first, while the Traeger Pro 780 is coming up to temperature, we need to season it. And today we're going to season it with Whiskey Bent Barbecue's The Rocks. Really great on beef. A lot of coarse seasonings in here. And so we're going to do that. We've also got some garlic cloves that we're going to leave in here as well. And then we'll flip this over and get the other side. All right, now I'm just going to kind of spread these garlic cloves around in this dish. This is just a glass Pyrex type casserole dish. And now I'm going to open up a container of fresh rosemary. Get some of these rosemary sprigs in there. Man, they smell phenomenal. Nice and fresh. A couple of those in there. And then we're going to go in with 2 containers of ghee. Now ghee, basically clarified butter. You could use regular butter if you wanted to. You could use olive oil if you wanted to. And when this gets on the grill, all those those solids are going to liquefy, and that's going to be perfect. It's going to just cover the top, which is exactly what we want. All right, and that's going to be it. I'm going to put this on the Traeger 225 degrees. Again, I'm using hickory pellets. Get some good smoke in there as well, along with that indirect heat. I'm going to insert the probe right there in the center of the meat, and we're looking for 120 degrees internal temperature, and that's when we're going to pull it. Let's go ahead and get this thing on. All right, we're going to go ahead and get this tri-tip on. Grill's clean. Put it right here in the middle. Now we're going to get our internal meat probe right through the slot. And we're going to go in the thickest point right in the middle so we get a good reading. We're going to go just like that. All right, the tri-tip's been on for about an hour and a half at 225 degrees. on the Pro 780. Internal temp's 125 degrees. We're going to take it off now, let it rest, get it out of the butter, and crank this thing up to about 500 degrees. Let these grill grates that I've already had preheating on here go ahead and get up to a high temp, and then we're going to reverse sear this thing. So let's get this tri-tip off. Alright, the Traeger Pro 780 is up to 519 degrees right now. So again, anybody that tells you that pellet grills don't get up to a high temp, that shows you right there, 519 degrees. I've got my grill grates on here. We're fixing to sear this tri-tip off, and then we're going to take a taste test. Let's get it going. Right there in the middle. Gonna get this closed. Get some nice grill marks on it. Get some good contact on there. Get it closed back down. Alright, it's been 3 more minutes. Now we're gonna flip it. See how we did on this side. Beautiful, look at that. Flip it. Get it closed for 3 more minutes. Alright, we're going to give it one more twist. I do have glove liners on. And now it's just a matter of cooking the internal temp. As soon as we hit that internal temp, we're going to take it off. Alright, we've reached an internal temperature of about 140, 141 degrees, depending on where you put the temp gauge in there. So we're going to go ahead and take it off, put it on the cutting board, cover it a little bit, let it rest, and then we're going to slice this thing up. I've been cooking at high temperatures at 500 degrees, so instead of just shutting it down right away, I'm going to cut it down to 300 degrees. 300 degrees, and then I'm going to let it settle down there, and then I'll shut it down just to prevent any issues from happening. Beautiful tri-tip. Alright guys, so here's the finished product. We started out with about a 2.5 pound Snake River Farms black grade Wagyu tri-tip. We cooked it on the Traeger Pro 780 using hickory pellets. Get that good smoke in there. We used 2 13-ounce jars of ghee and covered it with that, some garlic cloves, some rosemary, and before we put it in there we seasoned it with some whiskey bent barbecue, the rocks, and then we took it off at 125 degrees internal temperature, cranked up the heat to 500 degrees, and then reverse seared it. This is the end product. Let's slice it and see what we come out with. Turn it around here so I can get some good slices. Obviously this end is a little bit thinner, so the doneness isn't going to be quite what it is in the middle. Slicing very good. Juice is coming out everywhere, nice and juicy. Let it rest probably for about 20 minutes. Probably should have went longer. Let's see what we got right here. Pink center, maybe just a tad overdone, but get one more slice here. Looking pretty good. Let's cut into it, take a bite, see how we did. almost melts in your mouth. I was wondering if that butter poaching would make a difference, if you'd be able to tell. You really can tell. It's got a buttery flavor to it, a texture to it. It's soft, really very, very tender. Good flavor from the rocks. Plenty of juice. The marbling in that thing is outrageous. Amazing. This would be good with tri-tip. A nice ribeye steak even would be amazing doing that as well. Try some butter poaching and reverse searing. I think you'll like it. Till next time, we'll be piddling.